now, though, you could hear the hooter in the background. It's going to be Dave Winchester in the red singlet, taking on the kid from South Africa, Aiden Kleve, is going to be in the yellow. Aiden Kleve goes straight to work nice and early.
We already got action. Look at this wave. Nice form wave. Where was this in the earlier rounds?
Well, I'm going to get out of here. Let's get Cesar Bauer here, put on the headset, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks, Manny.
All right. Cesar Bauer, ven aquí. Ven aquí, amigo. All right, Cesar Bauer getting into the hot seat. He is your current drop knee world champion right now. And we already got action underway. South African Aiden Kleve is throwing down the first wave. There is Amaury Laverne. He is so relieved right now. Turning in his jersey to the Beach Marshal Joao. And, oh, very intense. See, you were watching that last few minutes. How did that feel? But wait, hold on to that thought. This is Aiden Kleve from South Africa. Cesar, welcome.
Thank you, Manny. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Good to be here.
Yeah. Yes. All right, Cesar, we have Aiden Kleve versus Dave Winchester. This is the final for the drop knee here in the Sintra Portugal Pro. Who is your favorite in this heat?
Well, I don't know really Adam, so I go with Winnie Winchester. Yeah, for sure he's very strong in the right-hander, so for sure he's gonna be the man in this heat. I think so. Let's see.
Okay, now you've been watching the waves. Tell us how difficult it is for the drop kneers out here in these conditions right now.
Well, right now it's really tough because we need power waves, you know, strong waves, and right now with a high tide, it's really difficult for drop knee. So you have to select real good your wave and try to do the best, gain as much as speed and try to do some moves, you know.
What are the judges looking for as far as the higher scoring waves? Yes, the bigger wave obviously will get more scores, higher scores, but what are the drop kneers? What do they have to do to get the highest score?
For myself, I think that we need to do the power move, you know, the takeoff, and then just from the bottom make the power move. Let's see Winchester in action.
All right, Dave Winchester up and riding. He knows there's not going to be much there on that shoulder, so he grabs the rail, carves. Now he's on the backside drop knee stance. Another little carve on the inside. I don't know how he's holding steady on that inside bumpy area, but he's throwing together a nice spin right there. Dave Winchester coming in inside. I don't think he's going to make it over to that dead zone. A lot of the prone riders are having trouble coming over, so that is the end of Dave Winchester's wave.
Yeah, it's really good wave, long wave, but for sure the drop knee, I think they're not going to be able to connect to the end section. Yeah, it's almost impossible for the prone guys. Imagine for drop knee.
Exactly. All right, so Dave Winchester and Aiden Kleve are now. Oh, Aiden Kleve on the outside.
Yeah, that's a really no. You see, you need a power wave.
Oh.
It's really strong. It's really difficult to make a strong move. That was almost the strongest move until now, but you need a good wave. That's why he stayed there.
Well, check this out. These guys are waiting patiently. We do have a couple highlights of some of the drop kneers at one of our first contests in the beginning of the year. This was at Pipeline. Mason Rose is competing in this event. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to the final, but he is one of the top drop kneers in the world, Mason Rose. And he pretty much did a nice showing here today. And this is Cesar Bauer. Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah, dripping.
Yeah. So Cesar Bauer with a nice presentation in the Pipeline Pro. The Pipeline Pro, we saw Matt Lackey.
Yeah.
Matt Lackey is one of the most renowned drop kneers in the world from Australia, and he had a great showing as well. Miles, he is from Australia, one of the underdogs, and he actually put on a great show. Kim Feast, your pipe winner. Kim Feast is actually from the, I believe, west coast of Australia, and he put on an unreal show.
Yeah, he's one of the best drop knee riders. For sure, he loves barrels, so that's why he did well in pipe. Next wave, Adam.
All right, Aiden Kleve trying to make something happen here on that wave, but making his way back out to the lineup. That is Aiden Kleve from South Africa. Let's take another look.
Yeah, that was good move for the wave in combination with a 360, going for some speed, another turn. He's making it happen, you know. I think probably this is the best wave of the hit. We'll see how judges throw the scores.
All right, we know a lot of drop kneeers are tuning in right now to watch the final. And everybody is crushed right now. They would love to see drop knee in 5 to 6 foot perfection. But here they are, Aiden Kleve and Dave Winchester putting together what they need to do to win. These are the conditions, and if you want to be a world champion, you have to be able to compete in all types of conditions.
That's the truth. You have to be able to serve well in any kind of condition. So this is part of the tour. It's great.
Pete, it's Aiden Kleve. Aiden. All right, in the yellow jersey, Aiden Kleve in the yellow jersey from South Africa on his way back to the lineup. So Aiden putting together a nice set of scores right there, a 5.75 and a 5.5 for his top two scoring waves. Dave Winchester.
Dave Winchester has one wave of 4.5, so he's looking for a wave of 6.75. He's able to make it happen, so we have to wait and see Winnie reaction.
Explain to the people who are just tuning in, watching on IBAWorldTour.com and Red Bull TV, drop knee. What is drop knee?
Yeah, we are here in Sintra Pro in Praia Grande, the final of the drop knee event. This is the third event of the tour. Right now in the water is Dave Winchester against Adam Kleve from South Africa. So it's really interesting because the conditions are really hard. So the drop knee riders have to push their limits to the top. Right now Adam is winning the heat with 11.25 and Dave just have one wave of 4.5 looking for a 6.75.
All right, so there you have it. He did not answer my question, so I'll ask him again. What is drop knee? Explain.
What is drop knee? I heard explain what is happening right now.
All right, so drop knee for the people that don't know.
Drop knee is a specialty of bodyboarding. We have prone that it's you lay down and drop knee is with one knee on the board and the other fin up. You know the main thing of drop knee is that you have to take control of the board with the balance and make it happen without using your legs like prone. Here in the wave, Dave Winchester. Manny, your comments?
All right, Dave Winchester with a gigantic snap off the top right there. Dave Winchester, that might be the wave that he needed. A 6.75 is what he needed. And, you know, a controlled, clean snap like that. Let's take another look at this wave. So Dave Winchester knows what he has to do, and this guy is versatile. Big snap, a lot of water being tossed out, and a nice turn right there on the outside on a nice size wave. So Dave Winchester with a solid wave right there. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. It is Amaury Laverne, the winner of the last quarterfinals, downstairs with our interviewer, Shaggy. So, Shaggy, where you at?
Hi, thanks, Manny. I'm here with Amaury Laverne, the winner of the last heat. Congratulations, Amaury.
Shaggy. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, talk us through how tactical was that heat?
Yeah, it was really technical. Actually, the tide is full high now, and I was scared that the wave would not break for my heat. But it's still a couple sets, so I was sitting outside waiting ready for the biggest wave, and trying to roll it as fast as I can. So like the score has been different today. The judge have to adapt the scores for the waves, so you can have some nice score just with like one roll outside, and so it's pretty tricky. And then trying all the time to get the inside section, and I never get it really. So you lose time, and so sometimes you don't want to lose the priority, so you just bail from the wave and paddle as fast as you can for get back to the first priority. So that was really technical.
And I noticed you weren't using a leash. Was there any reason behind that?
Oh yeah, actually I just have this board yesterday, and I didn't plug it. I didn't know that I'm going to use it today, but I saw the condition, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to surf without leash, so I have to learn all my moves, and it's working well.
Looks like a big board too, huh, for you?
Yeah, it's a big. It's 41.5 with battle and a bit thick, so it's faster and can spin pretty fast. And it's pretty stiff, so I go right. It's more fast and more projection.
Yeah, well, it's working for you. You won it and you're into the semi, second semi of the year. Congratulations. You like to say anything to Reunion?
Yeah, j'ai envie de dire que merci les gars pour le support et je vais essayer de faire péter pour le prochain tour.
Thanks, Amaury. Back to you, Manny.
Wow, great interview right there for Amaury, but check this out, a great ride for Aiden Kleve. Aiden, from the outside.
Yeah, it was very impressive for this condition. I think that's a really high score wave. We'll see for the judges. The last wave from Dave, it was a 8.25 for a good slash. Now we'll see what Adam will receive. Well, he got a 6.75. It's good. I thought it will be maybe
a little bit higher. I agree.
A little bit higher because of the conditions. The backside turns were real good, but now he's chasing a 6.01, and with 14 minutes remaining, so everything can happen. Let's see a replay.
All right, so Aiden comes off the bottom on the backside drop knee stance. So his knee is on the outside of the board. It's on the outside where it's not facing the knee. So this is called the backside drop knee stance. Here he is. He already has one carve under his belt. He comes to the open face and throws another barrel of water towards the shoulder of the wave, and maintaining his concentration, throws a spin at there as he comes back around, and he comes in for another carve on the inside. So Aiden Kleve with a solid ride, and I agree. I thought that would come in a little higher than a 7 or 6.75, but the judges saw something different. It was Dave Winchester's big snap, very powerful, that came in at an 8.25. So Aiden now needs a 6.0 for a first place spot.
Yeah, for sure. Dave wave was with a power move, but Adam did a really good combination in that left. So I think that maybe he should deserve a little bit more, but it's okay. We'll see. 12 minutes remaining, so I think that Adam will find the correct wave as Dave will do.
All right, so Aiden Kleve, he has 12 minutes to go. So, Cesar, you're on the mic. If you have anybody watching in Peru, si quieres decir algo en español, por favor.
Para toda la gente de Perú, un abrazo, un saludo desde Portugal. Gracias por todo el apoyo. Arriba el bodyboard.
All right, so he says what's up to everybody in Peru. I know Peru has some of the best seafood dishes in the world. Is it better in Peru or the seafood better here in Portugal?
Here is good, but for sure I prefer Peru 100 times, for sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's patriotism right there. Is that a word, patriotism? That's
Yeah.
true country pride for Peru. So Cesar Bauer, here we are in the final of the drop knee division. Dave Winchester in the red jersey and Aiden Kleve from South Africa in the yellow jersey. Aiden needs a 6.01 to take that first place spot away from Dave Winchester.
Well, we have to wait. You know, with these difficult conditions, anything can happen. Winchester has the priority, I think. So he's gonna wait for sure for the best wave of the heat, because he knows he have a strong point, a strong wave with 8.25. So have to see how Adam can manage the situation and take advantage. But Winnie has a lot of experience competing, so it's gonna be really tough. What do you think?
Well, I was gonna tell you about more food. Peru has does not have something that Portugal has, and I put it in my heart, and it is called bacalhau. And I will eat bacalhau until I die. If there's any way I can ship bacalhau from Portugal to my house in San Diego, please somebody tell me how to do this.
We have some bacalhau in Peru.
You have bacalhau in Peru?
For sure. We have everything
Whose
in Peru.
is better?
What can I say?
All right, we're done talking about food because I'm starting to get hungry here in the commentator's booth. These guys out in the water waiting patiently. The tide is now starting to change. We're going to see more barreling waves as the day progresses, and we're going to see more radical maneuvers, hopefully, from the riders in the finals of the men and women's division. So that's coming up. Less than 10 minutes remaining, and Dave Winchester holding on to a 12.75 lead to Aiden Kleve's 12.5. So they got to do it. He's got to do it now.
Yeah, he has everything to make it happen. Have to wait for the set. You know, Winnie is second year in a row that he's in the Sintra final. He won last year. He's about to make it happen again. So have to just wait and check out the results.
So coming up next, we will see the men's semifinal number 1, and that is Jones Russell. Jones Russell from Australia. He's going to be going against head-to-head with Eder Luciano. That is going to be an intense heat.
That's going to be great to watch. Yeah, the Brazilian guy, it's really... he really know how to surf these waves, these kind of waves. So it's gonna be a little tough for Jono, but I think he's gonna handle it real good. So it's gonna be very very nice heat to watch.
Yeah, Jones Russell definitely hungry and ready to rock and roll in semifinal heat number 1, which is coming up next. Out in the water, Dave Winchester in red. In the drop knee division, the drop knee final versus Aiden Kleve in yellow. So right now, 8.5 minutes remaining, and it's Dave Winchester leading the charge. Aiden Kleve in second. Now, the winner will be crowned the Sintra Portugal Pro Drop Knee winner. I would love to hold that trophy one day.
Someday.
So I told you last year in the drop knee heat that we had in Puerto Escondido, Mexico, that you pretty much kicked my butt, and that will never happen again.
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to surf with you again for sure.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm
very
kidding.
dangerous, but yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
No, don't worry. Everything can happen. So.
All right. If you can put together a perfect venue to go head-to-head against me, which wave would you want?
Puerto Escondido is fine,
All right.
So we can have the revenge.
Rematch.
Yeah.
Puerto Escondido rematch 2012, Manny Vargas versus Cesar Bauer, coming to you live.
Next.
All right, out in the water, what's going to happen? It looks like Dave Winchester up and riding in the red jersey. He needs to come up with a bigger score than a 4.5, and that was it. Nice turn, nice snap, and loses his rail on the second turn. Not done yet. Aiden Kleve, not much there for him. So Dave Winchester with a nice turn off the top. Will that be? It was actually a really good turn, very smooth, and he has to build on a 4.5, and I think that might be it. That'll just put him a little further out of reach from Aiden Kleve. So we're going to wait and see what the judges have to say about that snap from David Winchester.
Yeah, for sure he did it real good. He have the enough speed to make that power move. So we'll just have to wait for the judge decisions. See, 7.25 for that turn. I still think that maybe Adam should receive more for that wave that have like 3 turns, but the difference with the 2 waves of Winchester was that he, as I told you before, he do the power move, you know, just after he took the wave, the bottom, and then make the power move. That's very important because that's what the power move is all about. What do you think?
I totally agree with you. I mean, we saw Aiden Kleve's backside snaps on the inside, all the way to the inside. He had 3 of those with a spin and a 6.75. Yes, there was. I mean, they weren't as radical as we see in Dave Winchester's last wave.
That's
and
right.
You know what? The judges are doing a great job today and throughout the entire event, adjusting their scoring system as the conditions are changing. So it's great to see that the judges are on top of it. The head judge, Chico, making sure everything is on top of it.
Yeah, for sure. Chico is the best head judge. He have a lot of experience, and he knows the job real good. So just have to wait There's 5 minutes remaining. See if Adam can change the results. He needs 8.75. He have to take the best wave of the hit so he can make it happen. His first win in the tour. I think he's new, and it will be great. But I think Dave is really solid right now with a 15.5 in his combination of two waves. So it's gonna be real hard.
All right, Cesar, thanks for the insight. Now, one last question for you, Cesar. Have you heard of the Portuguese food called sopa de caballo cansado?
No.
Well, I will treat you for this soup tonight. It's a delicacy from the mountains of Portugal, and it tastes really good. My friend from Iracema, Flavio, treated me to sopa de caballo cansado. Very good, and we can only eat it once. So I treat you to this tonight. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. We'll see later. We'll see later.
Sopa de caballo cansado. If you know what it is, please write it on Facebook so everybody else knows what sopa de caballo cansado is.
If you say so, if you try and you like it, maybe I'll taste it, but I don't know.
I don't
know. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't like it. I love it. All right, looks like the riders are waiting for that last wave. 3 minutes remaining. Have you been to Sintra?
Yeah, like 3 days ago, I was around some castles around here. It was amazing. The culture here in Portugal, it's really old, so it's really great to watch all the edifications and all the great culture they have. It's really great. Um, I think that everybody border or everyone else should come here to Portugal to check these amazing places. That's just awesome. What do you think? You've been around?
Yes, I love this place. About 3 years ago was my first time here in Sintra, and I made it a point to make sure I visit as many things as possible. And the village of Sintra was very, very awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
everything just stands still in time. I mean, buildings are there from centuries ago, so very beautiful site. Sintra, if you do ever come to Portugal, make sure you put Sintra on your checklist. So there you have it. I'm actually going to go tomorrow. I need to see more things. I want to see, the park of Palacio de Pena and a bunch of other places. So we'll see.
I recommend you go to the Castle of Moros.
Yes.
It's amazing. I went there.
Yeah.
It was great. Here are the scores. 2 minutes remaining. Winchester with only 3 waves is in the lead. 8.25 his second wave, and his third 7.25 with a total score of 15.5. Adam Kleve, his two highest scores 5.75 and 6.75. He needs 8.75 to go to first place and win this event, and it's only 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, so I think it's difficult for Adam, but as I told you before, anything can happen. Just have to wait for the last minute.
Well, Aiden Kleve did a beautiful showings in the drop knee division, and the 7.25 given to Dave Winchester on that big snap, big power move, controlled, and he went for another turn and then fell off. Aiden Kleve had a good wave. His best wave was a long backside drop knee stance, but not really power in those turns, just getting back into the power zone. Let's see what he can do here. Aiden Kleve.
And Kleve going backside one turn, gain speed, looking for the second one, going for a floater.
Ah,
He landed.
he didn't really get up high on the wave
Yeah,
right there. Looked like the wave
not
just.
as clean, but it was different maneuver. He's going for the next session. He's looking for it. He knows that's his last chance. With 40 seconds remaining, he's paddling as hard as he can, but he is not gonna make it. And that's it for it. I don't think he's gonna receive the 8.75 he needs. So it's almost Winchester wins again the Sintra Pro. taking
All
his
right.
last wave.
That is the end of the heat. I don't know if the judges are going to score this wave, but Dave Winchester, he grabbed a wave at the last minute, and that's all she wrote. Winnie taking the win here in the Sintra Portugal Pro drop knee division. So Winnie made a unreal showing in the prone division, and too bad he fell short in the quarterfinals, but here he is winning the drop knee final. So there you have it, Dave Winchester winning with a 15.5 and Aiden Kleve with a 12.5. So the drop kneers had to dig deep to be able to ride these waves, and you know what, they did a good job.
Yeah, it was real hard job for them outside. I think they did a great job with these conditions. They proved that they can make it happen in these tough conditions. So we'll just see next event.
All right. We are now moving on to semifinal number 1, Jones Russell versus Eder Luciano. Intense.
That's gonna be an amazing hit. Eder Luciano is known as maybe one of the hardest riders in these kind of conditions with the other Brazilian guy, Uri Baladao. So for sure this hit is gonna be really intense.
All right, that is Winnie coming into the inside and just getting worked on that shore break.
He must be really happy. That's why he just threw to the sand, you know. Just won. He's close to be maybe crowned world champion. Who knows? So it's gonna be very interesting. Well, next hit we have Jones Russell from Australia, Eder Luciano from Brazil. 23 minutes remaining. In screen we have Winchester with all his friends. He just won the drop knee event. And for the next hit we have Mike Stewart taking my place. It's gonna be great.
All right, Cesar
Cheers,
Bauer,
Mike.
thank you,
Thanks,
brother.
Manny.
I will see
Take
you
care.
in Porto Escondido
For sure.
for the rematch.
Thank you for all.
All right, there you have it in your screen right now. The winner of the drop knee division, it is, yes, Dave Winchester. Already getting some scoops from the local press, trying to get the inside scoop to be published in the local newspapers and television shows or whatever they got going on here. But Dave Winchester, your winner of the drop knee division. So that's right, coming in the hot seat right now, it is Mike Stewart, the living legend of bodyboarding and wave riding in general. So Mike, welcome aboard. We appreciate you guys coming in, or we appreciate you coming in for the last couple heats of the men's final, semifinal heat number 1, 2, and I'd love to have you back for the final. So Mike, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, I know you're chewing on some pizza right now, and I almost called you out. And so Dave Winchester, I don't know if you've seen the final of the drop knee, but Winnie put together a great show with his big power slashes on the outside. So Winnie, congratulations.
Yeah, awesome job.
So I talked to you earlier in the competition about the conditions here in Praia Grande in Sintra. How difficult is it for these riders to perform at the level they want to perform at in these conditions?
Oh, it's impossible. It's so difficult. I mean, the wave conditions are really, really challenging. And I mean, it's almost a different sport in these conditions, you know. You really have to generate speed and power. Where in good waves, you know, you basically have all power on tap, and it's just a matter of redirecting that power. But when the waves are like this, it's all about, man, the subtlest little turns and the subtlest little movements make all the difference.
Well, it looked like Dave Winchester was on it, so he found the waves he needed, and here he is meeting the tour manager on the beach. It is Dave Winchester, your winner of the drop knee division here in Sintra Portugal Pro 2011. The fifth stop on the IBA World Tour Grand Slam Series. So for those of you that haven't been watching, welcome. My name is Manny Vargas. We are winding down today's competition This is your winner, Dave Winchester, on the screen. But with me in the hot seat, it is Mike Stewart. So, Mike, your overall impression of everything that went down in the last few days.
Well, it's been really quite dramatic. We had really pretty sizable surf on the first couple rounds of the 24. So much so that there's a couple sections where guys are just going, that thing's pretty thick, And now it's almost the antithesis of that. It's super flat, really small, inconsistent, and just super difficult to ride. So, this is the guys that are really hungry and want a good result are obviously going to get, put in the effort and do what it takes, whatever it takes to try to progress on.
We talked about it throughout the entire live broadcast, and we've been saying it. To be a world champion, you have to be able to compete in all conditions, and we've been very fortunate in the first half of the Grand Slam Series of 2011 to have unreal venues with unreal conditions and the best riders in the world. But here, they have to put out everything they've got to compete in 2 to 3 foot waves.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I mean, Winnie right here, he's considered in the pure poles as like the #1 guy, and he just shows you his versatility. The guy's he's a wave magnet, and he just surfs like he catches the right energy in the right spot at the right time. I mean, all the time. He's a freak.